In the world that our children are growing up in, I think the assumption of any reasonable parent has to be that our children are going to be exposed to things that are directly opposed to God's plan for human love, marriage, sexuality, and flourishing. We want to protect our children. It is good and it is important for us to take steps to protect our children. But none of the technical means that we have to protect them are going to be able to do more than help an honest child to stay honest. Our greatest ways of helping our children to thrive in this culture is going to be our personal relationships with them. A reasonable father has to assume that at some point his son is going to be exposed to pornography. And the question is, what happens at that moment? I think there's an opportunity for us fathers to mentor our sons for when that moment comes. What I've done with my sons is I've tried to think, how can I mentor them so that they do what is the truly brave thing at that moment, which is to flee, to not engage with it, to reject it, right off the bat. And so I cover a couple things with my sons. One thing is just what to do when people are saying things against God's plan for human love and against marriage and family or women that they shouldn't say. And how really it's not an adequate response to simply stay there and do nothing. That you are not being a Christian gentleman if you stay there and do nothing and somebody else can assume by you just standing there that you're okay with it. That can cause scandal to others, and that's wrong. So you have to do something. You can simply leave. That's a perfectly adequate thing to do. Or you have to use the virtue of prudence. You could stand up to the person who has said this thing and give them a correction right there on the spot. You shouldn't say that. We don't talk that way around here. Now, you need to use prudence and be aware, taking your own responsibility for your actions about that. But that could be a very good thing to do. For me, the most important thing is I am modeling that to my sons, that I have their back, okay? I'm there with you when you're encountering this, and you have my permission to definitively reject it in any way that you think is the best way to do that. Whether it's to turn and walk away, or whether it's to even grab that person's phone and throw it down and smash it.